Hi, I woke up early in the morning so that I could check out the long list for the Booker Prize. Yay! Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, hi. I'm Jyotsna and I make a lot of bookish videos. So yeah, consider liking, subscribing, doing the usual. But today we are going to check out I'm so excited, the Booker Prize long list. And the thing is that I haven't been very hoo-hoo about the Booker Prize this year because last year's winner for me was pretty disappointing. But I am still going to continue with my Booker Prize project and be a part of the Booker by Booker Club as well and read the books. So this time I'm going to do it a bit different. So let me just tell you before I see the long list. So first thing, I'm not seeing the long list at all, right? It's currently 8:34 a.m. and the long list came out at 8:34 a.m. IST time, and the long list came out at 4:30 a.m. IST time. Okay, so I wanted my reaction to be like live, amazing. I mean, I don't know if it's amazing or going to be disappointing, but my laptop's here. I decided that I want to react to this on camera, okay, on camera. And yeah, so my point is that I haven't been very hoo-hoo about the Booker long list this time because the Booker's agenda is changing day by day, and I did not want to predict anything because I know I made that mistake last time. Although I will be making prediction videos for the shortlist and for the winner, but I don't think I'll be I'll be keeping zero expectations. You get my point? That's the agenda for Booker 2021. Okay, so let's see what all books are there. I am booting my laptop up, and then let's see. And I swear to God, I've stayed off social media since morning, right? I have not opened WhatsApp. I have not opened Instagram because I want to check out the long list for myself on the site. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so my laptop's on, so I'm just going to type in Booker 2021 long list. Booker 2021 long list. Okay, I want to go to the site. Yes, okay. This is the site. I'm on the website right now. Well, I see Kazuo Ishiguro already here. That's interesting. Okay, how do I see this as a list? I don't understand. I see Richard Powers also here. Okay, wait. News. Yeah, long list. There is no list. Why isn't there a list here? Okay, there is a list. Okay, I found a list. So, I have read none of the books. Zero. Oh my God! I've read one book. Wait, let's get to this. Okay, so the first book is A Passage North by Anuk Arudpragasam. I think this is a Sri Lankan author. Wait, let me check out this book. So this book is about Christian, and I don't know where is it set. It says Christian, so I think it has to be India. Anyway, so A Passage North by Anuk Arudpragasam is basically set in a village, and I don't want to read more about it, but it seems interesting. It's a book I have not heard of at all. Okay, at all. So that's interesting. The next book is Second Place by Rachel Cusk. Is that it? Yeah, Second Place by Rachel Cusk. Okay, I don't know anything about this book as well. It's basically a haunting fable of art, family, and fate from the author of the Outline trilogy. A woman invites a famous artist to use her guest house in the remote coastal landscape where she lives with her family. Powerfully drawn to the paintings, she believes that his vision might penetrate the mystery at the center of her life. Interesting. The Promise by Damon. Galgut? Yeah. Seems interesting again. Damon Galgut. There is nothing unusual or remarkable about the Sword family. Oh no, they resemble the family from the next farm and the one beyond that. Just an ordinary bunch of white South Africans. So this is a South African book. That's interesting because I have read very little South African literature, and I'm not even aware of this author. So yeah, excited to check it out. Also, I think the only author I've actually read from South Africa is G.M. Quincy. That's it. I'm not reading any other author. So yeah. The next one, The Sweetness of Water by Nathan Harris. Okay. This is an Oprah book club pick. And oh wow, interesting. It's basically like somewhat based on the Underground Railroad, and it's in the spirit of the Underground Railroad, and I've read the Underground Railroad, and it's a debut novel. I think I'll read this. The premise itself seems very interesting, and the person also seems interesting. The next one is our very old Kazuo Ishiguro, that is Klara and the Sun. I have not read Klara and the Sun at all. Okay, so I mean, I've never read Ishiguro at all, and I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just start with Klara and the Sun. The next one is An Island by Karen Jennings, and I don't know about this book. Karen Jennings, okay. Samuel has lived alone for a long time. One morning, he finds the sea has brought someone to offer companionship and to threaten his solitude. A novel about guilt, fear, friendship, and rejection, about the meaning of home. Interesting. I mean, I'm still like thinking whether I should read all of this, because so the plan is very simple. I'm going to be kind of starting out with some books that I already know, like I'll start out with Klara and the Sun, and then I will move on to the other books I find interesting. So yeah, that's that one. The next one is A Town Called Solace by Mary Lawson. Again, I don't know much about this author or this person. It's basically a New York Times bestseller, and it talks about the wilderness of the human heart is back after almost a decade with a fresh, timely novel. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll read this, but anyway, if it gets shortlisted, I'll read it. The next one is a book I've already read, and that's No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. Why on earth is this in the long list? Like, why on earth? I understand that it's very relevant to today's times, and the book is about. So I have a separate review video about it. It's linked up above. Check it out, because I read this as a part of the Women's Prize long list. So why does this book exist in the book long list? And there's no luster, by the way. So I'm so sad. There's no luster. But anyway, I didn't want to make a huge deal about it. The next one is The Fortune Men by Nadifa Mohamed. Okay, let me check what this book is about. The Fortune Men. So basically, The Fortune Men is about the neglected period of our national life, and this is a historical fiction, a thriller, and a biological fiction. Wait, let me go to Google Books and check it out. I'm not even sure how these books are available in India, by the way. I need to make a list, because this seems very interesting. So it's basically about okay, the author's interesting as well, because she was born in Somaliland in 1981, and she moved at the age of 4 to London. So Mahmoud Matan is a figure in Cardiff's Tiger Bay 1952, which buzzes with Somali and West Indian sailors, Maltese businessmen, and Jewish families. He's a father, chancer, sometime petty thief. He's many things, but in fact he's not a murderer. But someone gets killed and he is accused of murder. I'm going to read this. It's interesting when there's like a thriller element to the books that are longlisted or like even there on book prize lists, unless and until it's not like a thriller prize, a thriller literary prize. That's interesting. The next one is Bewilderment by Richard Powers. Should I read this? I don't know. I have very bad history with Richard Powers, because I think Richard Powers is a good author for sure. But I didn't like the overstory by Richard Powers, so I don't know if I should read this or not. And it's interesting because did this get, I don't know, when was it published? In 2021. Okay, what is this about? Like, I know it's something about some kind of topic he must have picked up and decided to write on, which is good. Okay. So this is about an astrobiologist who's found search in life, yeah. Yeah, the premise sounds interesting. I may read it. Just may read it, okay? The next one is China Room. I've heard about this book. China Room by Sunjeev Sahota. I've heard about this book. And I didn't consider it to be like it was not under my radar, but now that it's here, it's under my radar. And it's set in two characters seeking expectations placed in early 20th century Punjab, okay, and the other from the way of life in the contemporary Indian diaspora. Okay, I don't need to like think about this. I'm going to read this. I think I'm going to read this. The next one is The Great Circle. Oh no, Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. Let me check it out. Great Circle, Maggie Shipstead. I don't know much about this as well. I don't like Google Books. Like, Google Books just wants to, throw recommendations. It's irritating, but it's okay. I like Google Books on the whole, so it's okay. So basically, this is about after being rescued as infants from a sinking ocean in 1914, Jamie and Marianne Graves are raised by the dissolute uncle in Missoula, Montana. I think I'll read this. This is something that I'll read. It's very interesting. Because I think it's going to be somewhat like The Vanishing Half-esque, because there are twins here and twins there as well. And the last book in this list is Light Perpetual by Francis Spofford. Again, I have no idea about this book. And this one is this one is about the lunchtime on Saturday in 1944. The Woolworths on Bettesford High Street in South London receives a delivery of aluminum. Yeah, well, UK versus UK versus US, because I think in UK it's aluminium, but in the US it's aluminum. But since I'm in India, I generally say aluminium. So it's aluminium saucepans. A crowd gathers to see the first new metal in ages. After all, everything's been melted down for the war effort. An instant. So this is a very interesting thing, because many of the books that I'm getting attracted to, or like many of the books that I've been longlisted, are books that are historical fiction and some form of war fiction. And it's interesting. And there's a backdrop for tragedy somewhere here, which I'm interested to look into. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I am very, very interested in this long list. So of course, like, my final thoughts being, I'm very, very surprised by the long list, which I'm always am. But will I read all of the books in the long list? No. But I do want to read Klara and the Sun. I do want to read China Room. And maybe I'll also read A Passage to North and some other books that I mentioned that I would read. I think I'll go and make a list. But the good thing is I've already had one book in this list. That is, no one is talking about this. And I just really hope it doesn't get shortlisted. But then, the reason I'm telling this is because you will see why you will see it in my review video. Go check it out. So, I'll just like direct you to that video again. And yeah, this is it. This is where we are. And I had zero expectations. So I have very mixed reactions to this. Or I don't have any reaction at all per se, although the irony is that this is a reaction video. But yeah, let's try to work with this list. Let's try to do this. So yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, that's it. This is it for the reaction video. I hope to get you more booker content, more prize literature content. So if you're interested in that stuff, do consider subscribing. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.